We're talking to you today from the roof of the America House in 56th Street, Manhattan, and it's a brilliant summer day. It's a gorgeous day for the world. At the same time, there's a day of sadness, and a really time of sadness for American journalism, and particularly for American Catholic journalism. Last week, the editor and publisher of the National Catholic Reporter, which is a marvelous investigative newspaper that's been given so much to the American church since its founding, died after a long illness. It's Joe Feuerherd. Joe started out at the NCR, was, as many of us get started, as an intern. In 1984, he was still a student at Catholic University, a junior, and he went to work in the Washington office. And he stayed there, working on and off in many ways for the next many years. He's an investigative reporter. He also worked on Capitol Hill. And he was, in a good sense of the word, a muckraker, not afraid to take on important people if he felt the story was worth it. And in 2008, he moved to Kansas City as the editor and publisher of the paper. And the things that stood out as they were emphasized during the funeral and the homily by Father Pogorek is that he was a historian, he was a journalist, and he was a teacher. And the things that were important to him, the way he described the paper, he said, the paper is a little bit like a small city newspaper that's not afraid to take on City Hall. And at the same time, it was an intellectual center. He loved to bring brilliant people together and get them talking and get the best people he could to write for the paper. And then finally, he was very proud of the fact of the paper's independence. It was free of any control by church authorities. And with that going on, he was able to be a leader in the expose of the sexual abuse crisis, to criticize wars, and to bring as much peace as he could to the world. Right before he died, he left directions of what the gospel should be at his funeral. And it was the Gospel of Matthew, the 13th chapter, 32nd verse, the story of the mustard seed, which is a parable about how the seed is very tiny, and within time and patience and care, it grows into a mighty tree. And that's what all journalists do, Catholic or non-Catholic. We plant a seed, and it's the seed of truth. And that truth grows, and it can change the world. Thank you. We will miss Joe. Keep him and the church and all journalists in your prayers.